Your name, please.
My name is Ange Corchmelia.
You're the deputy mayor of Attica. What kind of reaction has there been in the town to today's developments?
Well, most of the people in the town are pretty well shook up, and there are plenty of emotion. Everybody, I think, is pretty well shook up. Men, women, children, and it'll take a while to have the town back to normal again.
I noticed a little while ago you were carrying a shotgun. Are the people of Attica arming themselves?
Uh, no, I have appointed 12 emergency deputies. We were expecting some problems, and I appointed myself as one, as a board member. I can, and we have some firemen too as emergency deputies.
Are you expecting trouble?
No, just precautionary measures.
Precautions against what?
Any problems that may arise.
What sort of problems?
Well, we like to just keep sightseers out and things like that. We figure it would help keep them out.
Great, thanks.
Because I don't like to think that all those people up there were bad.
Must have been hell during those four and a half days. What did you do to keep yourself from going crazy?
Well, you couldn't do much besides relax, and I did that a lot. I slept quite a bit, day and night, whenever I could. When something woke me up, well, then I would listen. Quite often we were blindfolded. I would listen in, and also the eyes would, I suppose it's the inner mind, plays tricks on me. I would be looking through this blindfold, the sunlight coming in, and I could see pictures, you know, like the inside of my house here, or outdoor pictures of trees and stuff like that. And it just any of these sort of things that would keep you rather mind busy and not worry too much about what my family would do without me if I were to be killed. Because on Thursday afternoon we had come to the conclusion that if we were to be rescued by force, that these people would try to kill us. They told us they were going to try to kill us, and we believed them.
Do you think that, as some of the friends of the inmates felt, that had there been more time, there would have been a peaceful settlement?
I don't think there would have been. We had hopes. All of us had hopes, because there were 38 of us there at the last. There were 39 most part of the time. There were 41 to begin with, but 2 of them were injured enough so that the inmates allowed them to be taken to outside hospitals. Another officer became sick with a heart attack, and they allowed him to be taken to an outside hospital. So it ended up there were 38 of us, and all 38 of us believed that the demands were getting so outlandish that, maybe not all of us, but most of us believed it outlandish, that it never would be settled peacefully, that they would have to try to come and get us. And if they did, we expected that they would try to kill us.
How did it all start on Thursday?
I have no idea what, rumors, I think, or I think maybe it was just a planned revolt by a militant-type group. I really couldn't tell you. I am not associated that much with the administration of these sort of things. I wouldn't know.
Where were you when it all started?
I was in the commissary with about 10, 15 men, somewhere between 10 and 15 men, getting their semi-monthly buy of commissary items.
What happened?
One of the men that I knew, had known for a long time, came back upstairs and told me there was a riot downstairs. So I tried to shut the door, but didn't have time. They came up into the commissary and just had taken over. This initial group I like to think of as being the attack force, and they were very forceful. They came in and smashing windows and smashing furniture and sometimes smashing people, and their first onslaught of the rush of coming in. But after we were taken to D Block Yard, then another group took over our custody, and the custodial group over there were more than kind.
How did they treat you, other than the fact that they planned to kill you?
They treated us with extreme kindness, and I think it was, they were trying to teach us something. I think it was reverse our positions. They were the people to watch over us, and they wanted, I think it was, and they used extremes to try to show us how they wanted to be treated if they were, again, to be in prison. And I was to be in position to treat them as such.
When do you expect to go back to work?
I think within a few days. I don't expect to be gone too long from there. There's important work to be done. I expect to go back and help do it.
What sort of feelings do you think you'll have to the prisoners that are still there?
Oh, I still have warm feelings for even some of those that were standing behind us that were supposed to execute us. Like this fellow, that poor fellow that was shot that was supposed to execute me. I feel very badly that he was killed, and I like to think that he was trying to protect me.
Do you think the other guards will have the same sort of feeling?
Many of them do, because I've had some of them tell me that the man behind them was supposed to cut their throat, and all he could do was kind of shave this long beard that we grew the 4 days we were out there in the middle of this yard. And he didn't get to cut his throat. He just couldn't do it. And I don't think you'll have any animosity towards a fellow that can't cut your throat.